got it. We've got a few more little things to do. We've got to obviously paint the mirrors and do a little work on the door pans, but it's 7.5 days. We essentially built a super cool looking little car.
Yeah.
Wayne, what are your thoughts after all this?
It was a lot of work getting it, the logistics of putting all of this together. It's getting 7-8 people to work together and not trip over each other. The car turned out fabulous. I love the way the car turned out.
So we're kind of pros and do this stuff for a living, but regular guys, what do you think, having just been through this, what do you think it would take a regular guy or two in their garage to do something like this?
A couple months, maybe 12 weeks.
Nights and weekends kind of thing?
Yeah, nights and weekends. Just
Yeah.
an hour or so every other night, and 10 to 12 hours on the weekend.
What are your overall thoughts on the kit? Again, this is an early car, and there's a few little bugs, and we knew that going in. What are your thoughts on the whole thing?
The car is very well thought out. Very little about it that I would change.
You could build this thing for a low of 12 to 15, depending on what you bought your parts car and how much you sold off of it. Or if you went all out, you could spend 25 to 30 grand. I don't see how you could spend much more than that.
Yeah, you'd have to buy the most expensive parts of everything to get 30 grand into the car.
So you could argue that for 12 or 15 grand you could get a nice Miata or a used Boxster, and for 25 to 35 grand you could get a Lotus Elise and have something that's more refined and more factory built, if you will. But I don't think that this is really competing with that. I think that the chance to build something on your own and put it together yourself, I think it's a different kind of guy. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I've been involved with Factory 5 and the Cobras and Daytona Coupes, GTMs, the Hot Rod, and it's a different mindset of people that go into these cars. You have the people that write checks and just go, I want that, and they'll buy the Porsche. And you got the guys that say, I built it with my own hands. This is what I created. This is how I spent time with my son or my daughter building this car and enjoying it together. And me and my wife take this car that I built, and when we go to get gas, it's, hey, what kind of car is that? It's a Factory 5. I built it myself.
I tell you what, I don't think for the money or for 20 grand, which is probably about what we're going to have all in, I don't think you could find anything faster.
No, definitely won't find anything that'll touch it for 20 grand.
All right, let's take it for a test drive and see what we got.